Let's talk stunting at tryouts. I've heard a variety of opinions as to whether or not to include stunts as part of tryouts. And I think the main reason why coaches might be opposed to including stunts in tryouts is for safety concerns. I am of the opinion, and something I follow, is that I include stunts as part of tryouts. Stunting is an important part of cheerleading, unless you're in a non-stunting school where you're not allowed to. So I'm not suggesting this if this is against your rules for whatever reasons. But if you are going to be doing stunts as part of your team in your program, then it is important that you include stunts at tryouts. It's kind of the same thing as if a basketball coach decided, I'm not going to look at layups. You don't do a layup. You can shoot the ball from any other part of the court, but don't do a layout. I'm thinking cheerleading, gymnastics. But don't do the layups. Don't want to see those. Don't do the free throws. We're not going to do that. Shoot from wherever else. Basketball coaches, obviously, they're going to want to see those skills. So it's really important that you include stunts as part of your tryout. Now, it's important to be safe, and you want to follow, of course, proper stunting technique. You don't need them doing elite level stunts, even if your current varsity team can do that. You want to think about that safety aspect. So first of all, have some pre-tryout clinics. I do those. It gives a taste of what cheerleading is about, especially for new 8th graders or just new individuals who've never done cheerleading before. And teach those stunts. And this is a great opportunity to use your seniors or some of your older members of the team that you know that they have the skills to demonstrate the stunts. So teach them how to do the stunts. And even if you're doing a thigh stand or a prep, and that's all you do at tryouts, you can limit it to that if you want. And you'll have to determine based on the skills and the ability levels coming into your program at tryouts. So I'm not suggesting you're doing super elite stunts at tryouts unless that's the level of your team and the level of the individuals trying out. So what I do is I put them in groups, and it's really based on the experienced and the ones who are new. So you have a brand new athlete that you think would probably be a flyer. Well, put her on a group of bases that know what they're doing, okay? In the same regard, you want to put somebody who looks like they would be a base, then I would put them with an experienced base and an experienced flyer and an experienced back spot. So you don't want to just stick a whole new group of individuals together until they've actually gotten the concept of it. Now you have a brand new 6 foot tall back spot, right? I highly suggest that when you have a new back spot, that you have a very strong flyer bases and then have an extra back spot on the side. Make sure you have spotters all around, obviously, but somebody who really knows what they're doing to be right by that new back spot side. So I'm not suggesting you want to put new individuals together at all. And then once you've done that, when you're scoring for tryouts, I don't do the stunting aspect at the Friday tryouts. I do them during the week. So usually on Thursday, then it's the stunting scoring. So you can have each of the athletes choose which group they're going to work with. So clearly, if you have some juniors, they'll be seniors next year, and they really want to try out in their stunt group that they had the year before. And again, use your graduating seniors if needed. Then by all means, let them do that so they can really demonstrate their skills. Don't be sticking an experienced flyer who's going to be a senior next year on a whole beginner level group and try to score them, a beginner level group of bases. So let them choose. So this does take a little bit of time and coordination, but then they feel like they've gotten a fair shot. You could set limits on their skill level. So maybe you only want to see preps and extensions, and that's it. I mean, even if you have elite level stunts and they can demonstrate that safely, you might want to do that just so the newer athletes don't feel like they don't have the advantage, I guess you could say. So everybody has the ability to show the same level of skills. Because obviously, if you have a stunt group that can execute an extension with perfect technique and a cradle, or maybe they can full out of it, then you know that they have the ability to do more. And you clearly know what their skills are from previous years. But the goal is number one, when you have your new athletes that are trying out, they really need to see what stunting's like. Because if you get somebody who their only position is probably a flyer because they weigh 90 pounds and they're freaked out of their mind, they don't know how to be tight, even though you've taught them all the proper technique and put them on your best group of bases, it's probably an indicator that they might not work out for the team. Of course, there's many new athletes that come in. They don't know exactly what they're doing, but at least they're confident. And so you can score them for that. But it gives you an idea of what it's like, because for an athlete, like I said, that weighs 90 pounds and realizes this is not what I want to do, they might even opt out to not even try out because they've actually tried stunting. As a base and a back spot, you get beat up. And so you want, not that we want them beat up at tryouts because we're teaching them safety, but at the same time, it doesn't feel good, especially your first time basing. It hurts. It can hurt your wrists, and it can be heavy and hard. And so you want them to really experience what that's like, because the last thing you want is you selected your team and then you've got the parent coming up saying, well, Susie doesn't like to base. Can she fly? Or my daughter doesn't want to fly anything and she's 90 pounds. You can't put her anywhere else. So these are all the reasons why you want to incorporate stunting in your tryouts. So minimally, I recommend they at least they learn them, they understand the concept of them, they demonstrate them for you. Maybe you don't score them. So that's what you have to decide if this is very new for you. But they minimally should be at least demonstrating them for you so they truly understand what stunting is all about. So I highly recommend that you add stunting to your tryouts if you have not done that already. And if you have, hopefully these were some helpful tips of what you can incorporate in the future for your tryouts as well. And it does take a while to do it, so that's why I highly suggest doing the actual stunting tryout on Thursday, the day before the actual tryout. And the actual tryout, you would do the dance and the cheer and jumps and the other elements of your tryout. So I'd love to hear your feedback. Please give me your feedback, and I look forward to the next topic. Thanks. Bye.